Hey y'all! So I want to show you what I'm making for dinner. It's vegan, it's delicious, it's eggplant, it's my favorite. I will show you. Okay, so here I've got my eggplant pressing, got it drying out. I have it in between the towel here. There it is, my tofu. I just cut it down the middle like that. And I'm going to let that dry out for a couple more minutes. I have a big heavy book on it. That's what you gotta do. That gets all the moisture out. And then here's my eggplant. I just diced it up. And here's the secret. It's the secret that you may not know. When you're making eggplant, you gotta salt it. You gotta put salt all over it. All over it. And let it sit. And kind of give it a little zhuzh. Get the salt on everything. Let it sit for like 30 minutes. All the moisture is going to come out. 20 minutes is good too, you know, as long as you can. And then that's going to help your eggplant from getting slimy and that like texture that people really don't like with eggplant. They're not doing it right. They have to salt the eggplant, draws out the moisture, it gives it a more creamy, more delicious texture. So yeah, I'm going to let that moisture get out of the eggplant for a few minutes, and then I'm going to dice up my tofu, and then I'm going to shake the tofu with some cornstarch and get it all coated, and then I'm going to fry it in my wok, which is my new favorite cooking tool. I haven't had a wok for very long, and I've only been using it for the past couple months, and I've been really getting into it. So I'll get back to you. I'm slicing up bell pepper for my stir fry. Red bell pepper. My favorite. My husband's here, he just got home. Also gonna chop up the zucchini from our garden. And now Danny is my cameraman. Thanks, Boo, you're doing a great job. So I'm just trying to get everything, you know, in chunks that are about the same size, so that things cook evenly and it's easy to eat, you know? Go in the middle, and then I'm gonna slice down lengthwise, and I'm just gonna chop it up. I'm doing a terrible job, actually. These are not the same size at all. But that's okay, right? Danny eats it anyways, he doesn't care. He's the best critic. He just is like, put it in front of him. It's edible. He loves it. Right, Danny? No? What's like your least favorite dish that I've ever made? What do you think? If you had to pick one. It's just going to fall off the table, so much of it. I think I have to wait, because I'm still salting my eggplant, and now it's all mixed up with the other vegetables. Hold on. Let's separate these. All right, so I didn't get the last step because Danny quit as my cameraman. He quit. Oops, I don't appreciate it. I'm not a very good cameraman either. Okay, so frying up. I coated it with cornstarch, it's hard to tell, and also Nutritional yeast to get some vitamin B in there. And I'm going to fry this up until the sides are golden. And I'll show you later. Oh my god. How beautiful is this tofu? This is some of the nicest frying I've ever done. I normally burn it or just fuck it up and move it, like break it. But this is delicious. So I'm going to fry it up a couple more seconds, and I'm going to put it on some paper to soak up the oil. And I'm going to start with the veggies. Yeah, I burnt the tofu. But that's okay. I like it burnt. So, this is over here. It's heating. It's actually cooling down a little bit. I'm trying to cool it down. I'm going to add these onions. I'm going to chop up this jalapeño. And I'm going to add it with the peppers and the zucchini. And stir it all up. And I'm going to make a sauce. All right, there she is. It's the onions, the jalapeno, and I forgot to say garlic. I also have garlic in there. So we're gonna cook that down, add our veg. All right, so my eggplant is all sweaty. It's all sweated out. You just dab off the moisture. Dab it off. And then you can see over here, these are all golden, translucent, ready to add the veg. And Danny just picked these padrones from our plant outside. Okay, so back with our stir fry. We cooked the eggplant first, right, Danny?
That's right.
And then we added the zucchini and the bell pepper, and we're gonna let that kind of work for a little bit longer. And then we're gonna work on the sauce. And in the meantime, we have the rice simmering over here. We're doing brown rice this time. This is not Jane's favorite, but that's okay. And then here's our tofu chilling out. See how much oil came off of our tofu? So that's good. And now we're gonna make our sauce. And I think this is all we're gonna add. We've got some maple syrup, soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, some mirin. I think we're gonna finish up this miso that I have, and I have this gochujang. Give it a little. No, this is Gochugaru, the chili flakes, the Korean chili flakes. So we're gonna add that in for some spice, and of course, oh, we can't forget this. This goes in everything. Okay, so I'm gonna make my favorite Asian sauce. I just kind of freestyle it whenever I do it, and I'm going to tell you my proportions that I'm using, and I'm drinking bubble water from my soda stream, and you should have a soda stream if you don't. And this is my Mary Poppins shirt. Okay, so I'll start with soy sauce. I normally get low sodium, but they were out. Oh, and it still has the lid on it. Okay. Oh, brand new. I got this at grocery outlet for cheap. Okay, so I'm gonna do like half a cup of soy sauce, maybe like 3/4 of a cup. Yeah, because I want to make 2 cups total. I'm gonna add like 1/4 cup of mirin, I think, and I'll do like 1/4 cup of the rice vinegar. About half a cup. Okay, I'm gonna add just like a couple tablespoons of sesame oil. Maybe 3 is good. And I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of maple syrup, organic, the real stuff. Maybe just a little more. Okay. And I'm gonna add some miso. I'm just kind of squeezing it. I like it in this little thing. I think I'm going to just add the rest of it because it's been in my fridge for a while and I have other stuff I want to use. So I'm going to use this up. Probably like 2 tablespoons. I need to really get it out of there. I don't want to waste any of this miso. I'm going to add garlic powder. It's like, I don't know, a tablespoon. When you think you've added enough, add more. Perfect. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this Gochugaru. This is one from Whole Foods, but you can get it cheaper at a Korean market. I'm going to put like a tablespoon of that in. Not too spicy. And I'm also going to add some ginger. A little bit. That was like maybe half a tablespoon. Okay, alright. I had to add more water to my veggies because they were sticky. And I'm going to get a whisk. Mix this up. I'm going to taste it. So you don't just want to put whatever in there, you know. You might want to adjust. You might want to make it sweeter or more sour or more spicy. Alright, let's see. That's kind of like pure rolling. It could be a little more spicy. And I think it could be a little more sour. And a bit more sweet. All of those things. Haha. Oh gosh. That might be a lot more sweet. That's okay. Like I said, we're making a lot of food. Oh no, splashing. Okay, let's try now. Okay. I like that. That's good. So, let's take a look at our vegetables now. So I cut open the miso because there's still a lot of miso in there. And waste not, want not, right? So, I'm gonna add that into my sauce. Okay. Wasn't very much. You can see I have a lot of sauce. And you see my veggies over here. Just got done. I had to add more water. They were sticking to the bottom. I'm just gonna span off. It's very noisy. So yeah, I had to add more water because they're sticking to the bottom. And they're pretty much done. The zucchini could use a little longer, but it'll cook with the sauce. So I'm gonna add that sauce in. And I think I made too much sauce. But that's okay, because I can use this for another stir fry. Later this week, we have so many vegetables, and we have zucchini growing, right? Not zucchini. Zucchini and eggplant. So we have lots of things to eat. No worries. Okay, so we're gonna let that like simmer, kind of make love for about 5 minutes. And our rice is just about almost done. It's brown rice, so it takes a little bit longer. And then we're gonna dish it up, and we're gonna garnish it, and we're gonna eat it. And I almost forgot to add the tofu. And this is gonna help thicken the sauce too, so it's got the cornstarch on there. And it's all that, remember all that oil soaked up on the paper. It's oil we're not gonna be eating, even though there's already lots of oil in here. And, oh, no! That's like the most tragic thing in the world. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. And you just mix it up. The tofu is gonna soak up that sauce. Like the cornstarch coating is gonna soak up that sauce, and it's gonna be so delicious. All right. So Danny and I also grew these padrones in our garden, and I roasted them up in the frying pan. And of course, you need to add a little sprinkle of the salt. That's good. And then a little squeeze of the lime. Oh yeah. You see they get all shriveled up? That's the good stuff. So we're gonna eat those with our stir fry, which is ready. Looks like that. Alright. There she is in all her glory. The eggplant tofu stir fry with homegrown padrones and homegrown zucchini and of course kimchi from the fridge. And I garnished it with some sesame seeds, and I also added some sriracha because it wasn't spicy enough. And you could also add that to the sauce or just add it on top, like me, if you don't want it spicy. And I'm doing chopsticks, and Danny's doing a fork. Right, Danny? All right, taste test. Is it good? You always say that.
It's always that good.
We're watching our new favorite show.
I can see
called
where we
Alone.
need
Alone.
a couple of
And it's
supports,
really good.
a couple of ribs.
What's it
you
about,
might say.
Danny?
There's a few ridge poles
10
down
people,
there.
alone
I
in
need
the
to go
wilderness.
grab 'em.
$500,000 on the line. Who can last the longest?
Wow, that was so succinct. All right, we're gonna enjoy this dinner. I haven't even tried it yet. I ate one padrone, and now my mouth is on fire. All right, so that was my first cooking video. I think I did pretty. It was good.
It's fantastic.
The eggplant was delicious.
Yeah, great rough draft.
Next time I would cook the eggplant a little bit less. But that's it. That's all I would
Yeah.
change, really.
Maybe keep the tofu off the floor.
I don't know. I think it added a little something extra, you know?
Is that what that was?
Danny, you're silly. Okay, well, thank you.
Goodbye, interwebs.
Goodbye.